for chapter 5, what we are going to do is that we are going to prepare the financial statement of company. So what are the financial statement of company? You can go to the requirement. Okay, these are the financial statement of company. As I told you, there are 5 components, but as for this syllabus, we only require you to prepare the 4 components. What are they? They are the statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income, followed by the statement of changes in equity, and then statement of financial position and notes to the financial statement. However, you are only required to prepare some of the notes. Okay, they are earning per share, property, plant and equipment, and share capital. And to help the students, I already give you the key answer. Okay, these are some of the standard key answer provided, such as the administrative cost, distribution cost, the finance cost, and then the net profit. And then the amount in the statement of changes equity. Okay, for your information, okay, this amount, okay, this one is under SOPL kan, statement of profit or loss and under comprehensive income, while this one is the key answer under SOCHI, statement of changes in equity, and this one is the amount in the statement of financial position. So if you can get the same answer, meaning that the content, the whole content will be correct lah. Okay, so first of all, let us read together this question. So basically, you will be given the closing balance of the company as for year ended. So the first thing what you need to do is that you need to read the question plus all the additional information, and then you will prepare for the information. Okay, what is the first information? The first information is you need to know the accounting period. Ini penting for all type of question, okay, you must know the accounting period. So when the account starts and when is the when the ending period So you can take a look at the question terus. Kalau saya paling mudah, saya just follow the question. The question asks you to prepare the statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income for the year for the year ended 31st December 2005, meaning that you will start your account starting from 1st January year 5. Okay, and you will stop your accounting period ataupun the year end is 31st December year 5. Okay, it's very important for you to know the accounting period because later on you will come across many adjustment that need the understanding of the accounting period, because the application of the accounting treatment will affected by the accounting period. Okay, next, what are we going to do is that we are going to prepare the statement lah. Okay, but before we start doing the the statement, you must be able to classify the account. You must be able to classify. Classify into what? Into what is meant by asset. So asset can be categorized into non-current asset and current asset. Next, we have what we call liability. Similar, liability also can be break down into non-current liability and current liability. And then we have what we call expenses. And then we have what we call revenue. And then one important thing is that we need to know what is our equity. For company, the content of equity is quite detailed compared to sole proprietorship, because under company, equity can be divided into what we call issued and paid up capital. Okay, issued and paid up capital, and another one is reserves. Okay, issued and paid up capital ni can be classified into OSC, PSC, preferential capital. Reserve, as for your level, we have learned you have retained profit. Okay, and then we also learn that you might have a general reserve. This one we will learn in this topic. Okay, class. So let us go one by one about the classification. I think you have done the classification by your own, kan? Okay, you just read loud about it. Okay. Okay, OSC class. Apa classification dia? Ni atas ni. You just refer to this one. How do you classify the OSC class? Siapa nak jawab? Class?
Soci.
Okay. Kenapa Soci? Betul ni.
Sebab dia equity.
Very good. Sebab apa dia Soci? Sebab dia kategori di bawah equity. Okay. So kat sinilah just apa nama, you just orang kata apa, apa nama kata apa cakap jot down lah the classification is not part of the answer. It's not the answer yet, but it's part of the working. So this one Soci because it is under issued and paid up capital, equity. Okay, what about redeemable preference share?
Soft P.
Kenapa soft P? Kenapa tak masuk Soci?
Sebab dia liability, dia bukan equity.
Very good. Dia non-current liability, kan? Okay, nampak? You can classify like that. What about retained profit as at 1st January 2005? Soci juga, betul tak? Do you agree with me? You agree with me, class? Yes, because it is under reserve. Okay. What about sales? Where to record sale?
Sopel.
Sopel, because sales is revenue. Yeah. What about cost of sale?
Sopel also.
Sopel, because it is part of your expenses. What about other income?
Sopel.
Yes, this is under Sopel. Kenapa Sopel? This is your revenue. Rental income? Sopel juga. Kenapa? Revenue. Nampak? So you do the rest of the classification for the accounts. It's very important for you to classify it correctly because it will determine which statements that you are going to record the item. Okay, so we assume we have done on the classification. Okay, we have done on the classification. So number 3, what we are going to do is that, as for me, class, okay, as for me, I will do directly the answer. And in between that, I will do the adjustment. Where to take the adjustment? Where to know the adjustment? You will look at the additional information provided. So down here, okay, are the additional information that might affect the closing balance that given in the first paragraph. For example, let us take a look at one of the additional information. Just a very simple one. Okay, saya nak pergi kat sini. Dia kata part of the interest on fixed deposit is still outstanding. Okay, this is the example of adjustment that you have done in the accounting one, in financial accounting one. Okay, do you still remember adjustment on accrued and prepayment, class? You still remember on the adjustment? Class? Class? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, can anyone answer me? Are you there? Can you please on your mic, video camera? It's like I'm talking to the wall. I'm waiting for the students to switch on their camera. Because I need to know whether there is a student or not in this class. Aisyah ada dekat pita ke? Aina Najwa? Semua ada pun. So, kalau semua ada, you must try to answer my question. At least you know what you don't know. Kan? My question, have you learned the accruals and prepayment concept last semester?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to ask you about this information, number 2. Can you guess what type of adjustment is this? Part of the interest on fixed deposit is still outstanding. Can you guess?
Accrued revenue.
Very good. It's an accrued revenue. How do you know it's an accrued? Because the keyword here, outstanding, right? Okay, the keywords here show there is an outstanding of interest on fixed deposit. So interest on fixed deposit is the return that you receive from your investment. It is a return received from investment. So when you invest, bila awak melabur, okay, pelaburan itu akan menjana pendapatan, betul? So pulangan yang awak dapat daripada pada pelaburan itu dipanggil interest on fixed deposit. So pelaburan apa kita buat? Fixed deposit. Fixed deposit ni adalah pelaburan kita, adalah aset kita. Okay, kerana ia merujuk kepada investment. Tetapi interest on fixed deposit dia merujuk kepada apa? Dia merujuk kepada revenue. Dia merujuk kepada revenue. Okay. So, ada tak interest on fixed deposit dalam soalan ni? Kita go through satu demi satu dan kita nampak ada interest on fixed deposit dekat sini. So ada maklumat dia. Apa kita nak buat? Kita kena adjust dia. Tetapi do you know how much is to adjust? You don't know, right? So how to calculate? You must calculate the interest on the fixed deposit that you should receive during the year. Okay. Dia kata ada tertunggak, tapi kita tak tahu how much tertunggak, betul? So how to find out? We have to find out how much of our fixed deposit. Nampak? So this is our fixed deposit. Ini adalah apa? Kalau classification, ini kita record di dalam SOFP kerana ia adalah non-current asset. So kita punya fixed deposit adalah 180 juta ke 81,000? Okey, RM181,200. Berapa pulangan kita dapat? 10%. So setahun akan dapat berapa? 18,120. Kerana apa? Macam mana awak tahu? Okay, working. How to show the working? Okay, interest. Okay, the interest on fixed deposit equal to how much? 10% times with 181,200. Am I right? 181,000? Yes. So during the year you should receive berapa? 18,120. Betul tak saya kira kelas? Betul tak kelas?
Betul.
Okay. Tetapi di dalam trial balance, in our trial balance, we only have how much? 9,060 ringgit. Jadi, how to make sure you will get 18,120? You kena campur lagi berapa? You cuba cari nilai dia. Berapa kena campur lagi kelas? How much do you need to add?
90.
Cari berapa?
9,060.
Okay, 9,060 ringgit. Lagi separuh tak dapat kiranya. Jadi 9,060 ringgit ni adalah adjustment kita. What do we call this amount? Inilah yang dinamakan, okay, saya tambah ke sini, maknanya kita ada tambahan adjustment kat sini. Accrued interest on fixed deposit. Okay, interest on fixed deposit. How much? 9,060 ringgit. Okay. Dan jangan lupa, this one, you have to adjust in the statement also. Dia mesti ada double entry, right? Satu, okay. On first entry, you have add to this item, kan? You have add this 9,060 ringgit on this item. And then the other journal entry is to record the accrued on fixed deposit. But where to record? This one you will record under statement of financial position. Under what? Under current asset, because it is an outstanding of revenue. Okay, boleh kelas? Faham tak kelas? Macam nak buat adjustment? Faham tak kelas? So kita terus tengok pada, okay, ini adalah contoh-contoh lah awak punya adjustment class very simple. You dah tahu what kind of adjustment dia akan tanya. Awak tahu apa yang dia akan tanya kelas? Yang wajib yang dalam company dia mesti akan tanya adalah dua benda ni. Yang ni dipanggil dividend dan taxation. Dua ni memang wajib dia tanya. Tapi yang lain tu memang sama jugalah, cuma dia boleh ubah-ubah. Dua ni memang wajib dia tanya Kerana apa? Sebab dua benda ni yang memang aktiviti tetap di dalam company. Aktiviti tetap apa? Contoh yang ini, pengiraan dividen. During the year ending 31st December 2005, the directors propose a final ordinary dividend of 3% and the remaining final dividend for preference share. Makna kata kelas, untuk pengetahuan awak, dividen ni, okay, dividen ni ada dua jenis. Satu yang you terima, satu you terima. Satu yang you belanja, expend. Yang terima ni, okay, yang you terima ni, nama lain dia adalah income from investment. Ataupun nama lain dia dividend income. Okay, so far ada tak dalam soalan kita dividend income kita dapat? Kita go through satu persatu, other income bukan, rental income bukan. What else do we have? Okay, tak ada. Tak ada. Tetapi untuk expense, okay, untuk expense ni maksud kata you tak terima, you kena bayar, you kena belanja kepada orang. So yang ini boleh dipecahkan kepada dua pula. Okay, interim dividend and also final dividend. Yang ini you bayar interim dividend and final dividend. Kepada siapa? Kepada kedua-dua saham ni boleh. OSC, PSC. OSC, PSC. Kepada RPS boleh tak? Boleh juga. Cuma RPS ni dia bukan kategori equity. Dia kategori apa? Dia adalah kategori liability. Boleh juga, boleh. So maknanya selain daripada OSC, PSC, kita boleh bagi kepada RPSC. Kita boleh bagi kepada RPSC. Namun RPSC ni ingat, dia bukan dianggap sebagai equity. Dia dianggap sebagai liability. Liability. Therefore, whatever dividend paid to them is to be recorded as finance cost. So finance cost is to be recorded in the statement of profit or loss. Okay, dia tak sama dengan OSC dan PSC. Untuk OSC dan PSC yang biasa, dia direkodkan sebagai equity. So di dalam equity, makna kata dia akan ditolak di dalam soci. Dia akan ditolak di dalam soci. Daripada mana? Daripada retain profit. Sorry, saya tak cukup tempat. Daripada retain profit. Okay. So, perbezaan dia haruslah dikenal pasti daripada awal kelas. Okay, so dalam soalan ni ada tak dividen yang kita terima? Tak ada. Ada dividen yang kita kena bayar? Ada. Nampak ni? During the year ending 31st December 2005, the director proposed a final ordinary dividend of 3% and the remaining final dividend for preference share. Okay, as I told you, we have interim dividend and we have final dividend. Okay, both ada. Sebab kat sini ada maklumat tentang interim dividend. Okay, saya nak erase this one. I would like to erase this one. Saya nak recordkan dividen yang diberi kepada pemegang saham dalam soalan ni. So interim clear cut, kita dah ada maklumat. Okay, dia diberi penjawapan dia di dalam trial balance. So kat sini saya tulis final dividend, interim dividend OSC berapa? 4,000. Okay, 4,000. Preference dividend, okay. Dalam preference dividend ni dalam konteks apa? RPSC kerana tak ada account preference share biasa. Dia hanya ada account RPSC. Okay, tak apa. Kita record je dulu. Okay, so kat sini RPSC. Kenapa saya tekankan perkataan tu kena tulis RPSC? Sebab kita nak bezakan antara redeemable and normal preference share. So RPSC, the interim dividend is 1,800. Okay, done. What about final dividend? Okay, as for dividend as for ordinary share, dia kata is to be proposed at 3%. So how to find the OSC? You take the 3% times what? Times with the amount that the shareholder invests. So 260,000. So you will times with 260,000. Berapa you dapat kelas? How much did you get? $7,800 ke? How much did you get kelas?
Madam, 7,800.
Apa? 7,800, betul?
RM7,800.
Okay, what about the RPSC? Dia hanya kata the remaining final dividend for preference share. Remaining je. How to get the remaining class? Anyone? Boleh tak bantu saya? How to get the remaining? Macam mana nak tahu selebihnya berapa? Ada sesiapa tahu tak macam mana nak cari? Selebihnya berapa? Nak tolak apa dengan apa?
Tolak interim.
Very good. Maksud kata you have to find the total per year. Betul tak? You have to find the dividend per year. How much the dividend per year? Okay, go back to the item. This is the item 6% redeemable preference share. Okay, the preference shareholder has invest 60,000. So, in return, they will get dividend by 6% per year. So, how much is the dividend per year tadi? Kita kena kira dulu. Okay, dividend per year is 6% times with the 60,000 ringgit. So how much did you get, class?
4,800.
Very good, 4,800. But remember, this one is for a year. You know that the dividend can be paid during the interim period and during the final period. What is the difference, madam, between interim dengan final? Okay, let us go back to this accounting period. That is very important for us to know this accounting period. So accounting period kita start on 1st January sampai 31st December. Okay, senang tengok pada final. Final maksud bila? Ya, inilah waktu final dia. Final ialah ini. Maksudnya bila tarikh akhir tu final. So interim can be between this date. As long as it is before final, ini dipanggil interim. Jadi pada awal tahun ni dah dibayar. Okay, dah diumumkan, dah dibayar. Tapi pada hujung tahun, final dividend ni maksudnya dia umum saja, dia propose saja. Tapi dah bayar belum? Belum bayar. Belum bayar. Jadi dia akan jadi apa? Dia akan jadi accrued. Tapi we don't call it accrued. We call it as payable. We call it as payable. Jadi kelas, so let us break it down. Okay, you know that. Okay, saya tak cukup tempat saya letak kat sini ya. Okay, the RPSC equal to tadi berapa? 4,800 ringgit minus berapa kita dapat interim? 1,800 ringgit. Therefore, how much is your final? 3,000 ringgit. Betul tak 4,800 tadi kan kita kira. Okay, we already paid for the interim 1,800. Therefore, the final dividend will be 3,000. Okay, so please be very careful class. Okay, once you have redeemable preference share, okay, you must make sure this dividend on the RPSC have to be recorded as finance cost under statement of profit or loss. Whereas for the ordinary dividend paid to the ordinary share capital, which is this one, 4,000 and 7,800, is to be recorded under SOCI, which you will minus it from the retained profit. Kerana apa? Kerana OAC is an equity share, whereas redeemable preference share is a non-current liability. Okay, class I hope you understand how to calculate Okay, another as I told you, another important adjustment is the taxation. Okay, tax ni usually it is underpaid lah. In our case, usually underpaid. Kalau underpaid meaning that you have been charged more than what, you have outstanding balance of tax to be paid. So what are we going to compare is, first we need to know, saya nak tukar warna. We need to know the tax expense. So what you need to know, you need to know the tax expense, and then the next one you need to know the tax paid. Okay, in this question the tax expense is given. So tax expense is 62,000. How much? Tax ni kategori dia apa kelas? Tax ni adalah expenses expenditure. Faham lah tax expense Okay, how much is the tax paid during the year? It is given that the tax paid during the year is 59,200. Okay, let us compare. Let us compare these two amounts. Okay. When your tax expense is greater than the amount of tax paid, so you have what we call as tax payable. Maksudnya outstanding. You still have an outstanding amount to be paid. How much is the difference between these two amount? Berapa kelas? Berapa dia punya beza?
2,800.
Sorry? 2000?
800.
2,800. So 2,800 adalah tax payable. Where to record the tax payable? In the statement of financial position under current liability. Okay, faham Tetapi katakan kelas saya ubah. Let's say I change the item. Katakan this one is tax paid and this one is the tax expense. Would it be the same? Would it be the same class? Sama tak? Tak. Dia akan
Tak.
menjadi apa? Terlebih bayar, betul? So when you have overpaid, it will call as tax recoverable. So tax recoverable record kat mana? Kat SOFPI juga, tetapi bukan current liability. Dia akan record di bawah current asset. It's like an expenses that has been overpaid ataupun we call it as a prepaid expenses. Pernah dengar item prepaid expenses kelas?
Pernah.
Kan? Okay, dia punya konsep is more or less the same, but we don't call it tax accrued or tax prepaid. If you have an outstanding amount of tax, we call it as a tax payable. But if you have overpaid the amount, we call it as a tax recoverable. Okay, boleh kelas? Can you understand? Okay, this one, the depreciation ni, I just skip because you have learned it during part 1. Okay, the last adjustment that might be tested in the company level is the transfer. So, transfer ni is very easy if you know the location of the transfer to be made. Sekarang you need to know when you talk about transfer class, is either number 1, from retained profit to general reserve, or is from general reserve to retained profit. Senang je. Dia hanya melibatkan these two accounts sahaja. So in this question, it is said that the transfer is made from where? From retained profit to general reserve. So it should be this one lah. What is the effect is that when you make the transfer from retained profit, so retained profit need to be deducted. By how much? By 50,000. So you are going to deduct retained profit and you have to add to general reserve. By how much? By 50,000. That is the adjustment. So satu debit, satu credit lah. So very simple. Okay, let us look the solution together. Okay, so this is the solution for Zakwan. I want you to check with your answer that you have submit ni. Kita semak sama-sama. If you have any problem or you need to have further discussion, okay, you just tell in this class. So I will explain to you one by one. Okay, boleh tak kelas? Boleh tak semak masing-masing punya jawapan sekarang? Kelas?
Boleh.
Okay, semak sekarang. Kalau tak ada apa masalah, bagi tahu saya akan scroll down the answer.
Kalau saya dah check dah.
Okay. Ini siapa? Fatin
Elisa.
Okay, Lisa, good. What about the rest?
Dah.
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 Ada apa-apa? Do you need further explanation tak kelas?
No.
Tak ada.
Semua boleh buat
Boleh.
Boleh.
Sekejap ya, saya tengah balas apa nama mesej dari HEA. Okay, let me scroll down. Okay, now let us look at the statement of changes in equity. Very simple one. So under SOCI, okay class, as I mentioned to you, when we talk about SOCI, we are actually looking at the equity. Okay, what is equity? Equity consists of issued, okay, and paid up capital and reserve. Dia ada dua and reserve. Okay. So as for issued and paid up capital, we have OSC and the normal PSC, right? But in your question, you don't have PSC class, you have RPSC. RPSC is not an equity, it is a liability. That is the reason why in your SOCI, you only have to record the ordinary share capital. Okay, RPSC is to be recorded as non-current liability. And as for reserve, okay, you have learned that you have a retained profit and also general reserve. General reserve ni you baru belajar semester apa untuk topik ni so you have retained profit and general reserve. So we are going to look for the changes. So changes meaning first you are going to record the balance credit down and you have to close with the balance, you will open with the balance brought down and you will close with the balance credit down. Therefore, in between here, to get the closing balance, you need to add or, okay, minus for any adjustment happen during the year. So, you have to look one by one. Tengok pada ordinary share. How to know whether there is changes? You have to go back to the question. That's why you need to go back to the question and refer back to your additional information from 1 until 5. Is there any information related to the changes in the ordinary share capital? Okay, number 1 tak ada, 2 tak ada, 3 tak ada, 4 tak ada, 5 tak ada. Kalau you kata number 1 ada madam, ordinary dividend ni, this is dividend on ordinary share. We are talking about the ordinary share itself. Kita bercakap tentang saham. Kita bukan bercakap tentang dividen ke atas saham. Dividen ke atas saham, dia bukan equity. Sebaliknya dia adalah kita punya expenses. Tetapi expenses ini berlaku selepas kita distribute semua kita kira semua revenue dengan expenses yang berlaku pada tahun tersebut. Jadi dividen yang kita bayar kepada shareholder adalah selepas kita mendapat untung bersih. Kenapa? Kerana selagi kita tidak mendapat untung, kita tak mampu untuk membayar dividen. Makna kata dividen ni tidaklah wajib untuk dibayar. Jika kita mendapat profit, kita akan bayar. Tetapi jika kita tak mendapat profit, kita tak mampu untuk bayar. Kita akan gunakan kaedah lain untuk memberi pulangan kepada shareholder. Jadi itu sebabnya kita perlu kira dulu berapa profit kita dapat dan bila dah dapat profit, baru kita agihkan dividen kepada pemegang saham. That is why the dividend is to be minus under statement of changes equity under retained profit. Not to be minus in the statement of profit or loss. Faham tak kelas? Kenapa dia ditolak di bawah SOCI? Do you understand? Can you follow me?
Can.
Okay, compare to RPS, dia tak sama dengan RPS. RPSC, dividen yang dibayar kepada RPSC akan direkod di dalam finance cost. Nampak? Di dalam finance cost kita ada dividend on RPSC. Kenapa kita rekodkan dekat sini? Kenapa kita tak rekod di dalam SOCI kan? Okay, kerana RPSC adalah liability. It's like our loan made from bank. Okay, by hook or by crook, you dapat untung ke, you tak dapat untung ke, you have an obligation to pay the return to the liability holder. Sebab awak berpinjam dengan redeemable preferential holder, jadi dividen yang awak perlu bagi tu ibarat interest. So you have to pay whether you have profit or not. That is the reason why interim on RPS, I repeat, RPS is recorded under SOPL. Okay, under finance cost. Tetapi kalau dividend on preference shareholder saja, normal preference share is not to be recorded in SOPL, is to be recorded in statement of changes in equity because preference share capital is part of the issued and paid up capital, not as part of the liability. Okay, boleh faham tak kelas? Okay. Okay, general reserve kita tengok ordinary share tak ada apa perubahan. So opening balance will be the same as closing. As for general reserve, opening balance is 0. But during the year, yes, as I mentioned to you, kita ada adjustment where we transfer 50,000. Nampak ni? Ni tolak lah maksudnya. We transfer the 50,000 from retained profit to general reserve. Therefore, general reserve has an addition amount of 50,000. Okay, since there is no other transaction during the year, therefore the closing balance for general reserve will be 50,000. As for retained profit, saya biasa buat kolom last sekali sebab selalu adjustment retained profit ni banyak. First thing you kena masukkan the profit for the year. Where to get this amount is from the statement of profit or loss. Nampak? When you prepare the statement of profit or loss, okay, this amount need to be recorded. Dia ada debit dengan credit entry dia lah. Okay, so satu dah record dalam SOPL. So another one you record mana? You record dia dalam SOCI. Tambahkan dia. So profit bertambah. Now ada lagi yang menambahkan profit? Tak ada lah. Melainkan kalau general reserve transfer to retained profit kan. But it's not the case lah for this question. So you akan sambung lagi dengan adjustment lain. Apa dia? Okay, you ada buat declare the dividend. So you have to recall all the dividend. So nampak saya groupkan. First I record the interim dividend. Okay, I only take the ordinary share. We don't have any preference share. And then I have the final dividend for the ordinary share also. Yang tadi saya hanya ambil interim for ordinary share, preference share saya tak ambil sebab saya dah terangkan tadi kenapa. And ordinary share also have final dividend. So I include all the ordinary all the dividend for the ordinary shareholder. So at the end, this is the closing balance for retained profit. So what are we going to do is that we are going to continue to the statement of financial position. So this 260,000 will be recorded under equity nanti kelas. Okay. Sama juga dengan this one. Tetapi as for this one, you will record under share capital. As for this one, you will record under equity and you will put the title as reserves. You will put the title as reserve. So this is the answer for your statement of financial position. Nampak ni yang saya maksudkan tadi Equity, share capital 260,000. Okay, this one. Okay. And the reserve tu you combine all the amounts and then you record as reserve 366,022 ringgit. Okay, this is the correct way to present. You cannot put the individual items such as ordinary share capital, general reserve. Okay. 260,000, general reserve tadi berapa? 50,000 and then retain profit by how much tadi? 316 ringgit 316,020 ringgit. Kaedah ni salah Jangan buat kelas. Ini salah. This is the proper way being stated in the format. Okay, so yang the rest ni. Okay, another important thing. Yes, another important thing here is that how to present the amount of the tangible asset. Okay, you have to group all together as property, plant and equipment. Even though in the question the asset has been breakdown into this item kan. You ada plant and equipment, you ada motor vehicles. What else? Sorry. This is accumulated depreciation. This one. This is your tangible asset. You have plant equipment, motor vehicles. Am I right? Okay. What you're going to do is that you are going to group this under one heading called as property, plant and equipment. So that is why we don't record the individual asset on the face of the statement. We just group it under property, plant and equipment. So how to get this amount, class? How to get this amount? This one should be at carrying value amount. What I mean by carrying value is that the cost minus accumulated depreciation. Therefore, you will get the carrying value. How to get this amount? That is why one of the reason for this question ask you to prepare the notes on property, plant, equipment, because to help you to get this amount. So you will prepare the notes to the account as follow. So you will prepare in columnar form. This is your asset, okay, the plant, equipment, and then followed by motor vehicle. First thing, you have to record the cost. So the cost, you start with the opening balance. Do you have any purchase during the year? Kalau tak ada, you straight away close and find the closing balance. Okay, number 2, you find the accumulated depreciation. Similar. First, you record the opening balance. Where to get this one is from the question lah. The additional information ni selalunya depreciation ni selalunya dalam additional information Okay, so you are grouped together and you will get the closing balance. What is the next step is to find the carrying value. How to find the carrying value? Is the cost minus accumulated depreciation. So 87,000 minus 26,100, you will get the carrying value. Since you are going to total up this as property, plant, equipment, you will also do the same thing for the net asset, and at the end, you sum up all the amount and you will get the total of carrying value for the property, plant and equipment. So you will record it in the statement of financial position. So this is the answer lah. Where does this answer comes from? Is from the notes that you prepared together. Okay, kelas faham? Okay, the rest ni tak ada masalah, is taken from the question. Okay, please be very careful with the format presentation Okay, so kalau awak lihat I want to highlight mana amount yang berubah, okay. The amount that yang berubah kalau kita nampak is this one. Okay, fixed deposit interest receivable. Nama lain adalah accrued fixed deposit interest. Okay, ini adalah adjustment kita Okay, what else? This is also comes from our adjustment. Okay, accruals and provision, dividends payable. Where to get this accruals and provision ni? Ni sebenarnya kita dah campur kita dah campur ke semuanya tadi kan. Ada mana? Ataupun dekat soalan ni dah ada. Ada tak? Amount, accruals. Okay. So memang amount ni dah diberi tak perlu cari. Lagi senang lah. Yang ini kita kena record lah. Mana datang dividend payable ni 9,600 ni? Dividend payable ni adalah the final dividend. Final dividend for OSC and RPSC. Berapa final dividend ordinary share tadi kita kira? The final dividend, where this answer dekat sini Where is the final dividend? How much? The final dividend for ordinary share is 7,800. 7,800 plus ini 7,800 okay, plus RPSC untuk Sopel 4 tolak 1 3,000 dapat tak? Ini 9,600 kat mana kelas saya silap ni? Betul tak saya kira ni? OAC dapat berapa? RM7,800. %6 darab 60,000, 4,800 ke kelas? Ke 3,600?
3,600.
Lain kali betulkan saya kalau nampak dah. Kat sini saya dah silap dari awal. It should be 3,600. So this one is 3,600. This one 3,600. Jadi sini berapa kelas? 1,000? Berapa kelas? 2,000? Kelas tolong tolak untuk saya. 3,600 tolak 1,800 berapa?
1,800.
1,800. Jadi final dividend 7,800 campur berapa? Campur berapa kelas?
1,800.
1,800. Dapat tak 9,600?
Dapat.
So working dia, okay, please show me the working lah. So kat sini detail dia lah. Pengiraan dia. Okay, tunjuk kat working awak nanti Kat sini 7,800 campur 1,800. That is how you get 9,600. Okay class, is there any question? Class?
No, madam.
Boleh soalan ni?
Boleh.
Okay class, jadi as for your exercise, you can do the rest of the question in the study, in the practice kit. Because I already provide you the key answer.